This week on our all-new SAS podcast. Can you imagine Kobe saying no double team?
That's what I'm saying.
I can imagine Kobe telling the guy.
Because Kobe would be like, five of y'all could be on me, and I'm still
I can imagine Kobe telling his matchup,
Word.
You better get help.
Word.
Telling the other,
Word.
You better come help him. Like, I'm
That's
finna cook him. You better come help.
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in their right mind. Underdog.
Yes, sir. What's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast. We are the realest sports pod in all the land.
True.
Might not be the prettiest,
Yep.
might not be the biggest, but we're the realest in all the damn land, bruh.
True.
And we are back to wrap up the previous week of sports in dramatic fashion. Previous couple of weeks of sports, we was missing last week, but we are back. Man, if this happens to be the first time you've checked out our show here on YouTube, or if you're listening on any of our various podcast channels, I'm one half of the show. I go by the name of K-Spade, the Prospect.
And I'm your boy, ep227, and together we form Strong Arm Sports Spade. We back.
Yes, sir. We are.
Hey.
We are.
Happy to be back because we got a lot of things to talk about, man. A lot of people were hitting us up. Shout out to all y'all. Y'all like, yo, what's up with the show? You know what I mean? Real life take over sometime, and your boy had to work on the weekends, which sucks. And it's been kicking my ass, in all honesty.
Told me you
but
like
I'm back. Spade, I want to start in the NBA, man. On a somber note, I think we both feel the same way. We feel devastated for this young man. And I'm talking about Demarcus Boogie Cousins. If you guys didn't know, Boogie was, trying to get right for the season, just signed a deal with the Lakers. Everybody was excited. Everybody was Clippers, Lakers, Clippers.
Yep.
And Boogie in the pickup game tears his ACL. Spade looks like he's going to be done for the season. Spade, I want to get your thoughts on this. I'm pretty sure we are both devastated for Boogie Cousins because we are both fans of Boogie Cousins. When everybody else be hard on Boogie, we kind of shoot Boogie some bell. We criticize him when it's necessary, but we shoot Boogie some bell. We are Boogie Cousins fans. Talk to me about this injury, man.
It sucks, bro. A lot of people might not remember, but not so long ago, he had just got offered a near max deal from the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah.
That he turned down to go in pursuit of trying to get an actual max. And it wasn't long after that, he ended up getting hurt before the end of the regular season. We all remember it notoriously. They got a huge pickup in performance from Mirotic. They ended up sweeping the Portland Trail Blazers in that postseason. And then after that injury, when he wanted to come back and say, hey, I eat bologna now, they was kind of like, we kind of made some edits to the offer, that we initially had for you. And when they showed him the new offer, of course, it was for less money. And he's just been on a downward spiral of bad injuries. In fact, LaParis, I've got some of his injuries over the last 5 years, going back to November of 2015, where he had a strained right Achilles. In January of 2016, he had a left ankle sprain. In March of 2017, he had a sprained right ankle. In April of 2017, he had a sore right Achilles. In January of 2018, he had a torn left Achilles. In April of 2019, he had a torn left quad. And then most recently, he has the ACL injury. I saw a lot of people saying the league is going to have to stop these guys from playing in these open gym live pickup runs. Listen, man. Basketball and football are not the same sport. You cannot ban these guys from going to play because essentially it's good for them. They need to play. They need to sharpen their skills. They need to keep their body in some type of shape because you can lift all the weights. You can get up and jog around your multi-million-dollar neighborhood, and nothing can simulate you playing basketball but playing basketball. And it's just one of those things, man. It's unfortunate that it happened, but I don't think the solution is to prevent NBA players from playing basketball in the offseason. I just think that's a stupid thing. And, I've seen a lot of folks giving that take, man, and I want to debunk that quick. You got to let these guys hoop. It's unfortunate for Boogie, man, and I feel like this could possibly be the end of his career. I think he'll get another contract, but it's just going to be like 1 year minimum deals here and there until eventually his value is just gone. And that sucks because he's a very talented player.
Because right before we went live and clicked the button, I said, I'll save it for the show. And that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, it might be over for Boogie, man. And that doesn't mean like, yo, out the league, gone. I mean, it might be like, I don't think he'll never be the same player we expect him to be with Boogie, because that doesn't mean he still can't be a productive player. But Boogie was arguably the best big in the league, if not the best. So I just don't think we're going to be able to get that guy back. That doesn't mean he can't still be a productive big. You look at a guy like Andrew Bogut, come in, give you some minutes, and I'm not saying that's Boogie. I'm just saying I think he's going to be a guy that comes in, give you some minutes, but I don't think we'll ever get the Boogie that we loved back again. I think it may be over. I see him getting another deal after this injury, but I don't think we'll ever see the 25-13 guy that we're used to. I don't think we're getting that guy ever again, and it's just disappointing because I don't think it's because he's not able to do it. I think it's because the injuries just took his toll. Even when we looked at him with Golden State, Spade, he had some sparks. You'd be like, oh, look at Boogie. But, I mean, he looked slower. He looked a little hesitant to, get on the horse and push it because he was just, to me, it looked like he was still not over the injuries. That's more mental, too. Like, you'll tear something or rupture something, and that mental part of the game, like, oh my, especially I can speak to football because I know football, I play football, but playing on that turf and planting and shaking and juking and planting that foot and pushing off that leg, that's a lot. That's mental because you are so scared to re-injure that, and I don't know
Absolutely.
If after all these injuries Boogie been to, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's been on the same leg. It's been on the same leg. That gotta take its toll on a person. I'm rooting for Boogie. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he's able to be back to the 25, 10, 12, 13 guy, that we used to. I'm skeptical, Spade. I'm skeptical. It's just disheartening, man. I love Demarcus Cousins, man.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you got every reason to be skeptical.
Yeah. Spade, I mean, I'm interested to know how the fans feel. Boogie tore his ACL. We know he was, I don't want to say he was a big sign. We know the Lakers made some bigger acquisitions, but Boogie going to the Lakers, it had people excited. They was like, okay, we was like, Boogie and AD had some rapport, and now you add Bron, you add some of the little role players like Danny Green that they added. We was like, okay, maybe the Lakers can make a run this year. Like I said, when the show first started, it was Lakers, Clippers, Lakers has been a discussion. Even with the sport books, the NBA, the basketball world, they all talking Lakers, Clippers, Spade. The Lakers made another move, Spade. I'm gonna let you go there, but before we move on, man, I gotta ask you: Do you think the Lakers can still be, in the hunt without Boogie Cousins?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Because realistically, when was they going to be expecting Boogie back anyway? At all? And then was he going to be at 100%?
He tore his quad at the end with Golden State. I felt like he was, working out trying to get back right. So I think he would have been there for the start of the season. I could be wrong, but I think he would have been there for the start.
And he may have, but I feel like he still was going to be a pretty small part of what was going on out there, and I actually think this team can still be okay, and that's exactly what we're about to talk about. So let's go ahead and segue into the second topic where we talk about Dwight Howard, Dwight Howard is such a polarizing figure in sports, man. You either a fan of the dude or you hate him. Most people hate him, whether it's warranted or not. And I find myself in a weird position when we talk about Dwight Howard on this show because I was never a really big Dwight Howard fan, but I did the same thing with him that I felt like I've done with Russell Westbrook, where it just seemed like it was the cool thing to do to talk about Dwight Howard. Everybody was saying, oh, Dwight Howard sucks, Dwight Howard's this. And I got to look and I was like, wait a minute. The last few years, Dwight Howard has not been bad. So let's talk about it. If I'm not
mistaken, wasn't it like 16-12 or 16-11? Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So look, the 1 year in Atlanta when I was like, yo, Dwight wasn't bad in Atlanta. He averaged 14 and 13 on 63% from the field. And somebody could say, oh.
I don't mean to cut you off, Spade. But and remember, he got mad at Atlanta because they wasn't even featuring him.
They wasn't feeding him.
Giving him the rock.
at games where he was taking 3 in the key on purpose because he would have a favorable matchup. He would have Mouse in the house, and they just wouldn't dump it down to him. He left from Atlanta after 1 year. He had a season in Charlotte where he played 81 games, and in that Charlotte season, which is the healthiest we've seen Dwight in a very long time, he averaged 17 points and 13 boards. Now, his percentage went down a little bit. He only shot 56% from the field, which is still damn good. And I never understood the whole thing with folks saying, oh, Dwight Howard was so terrible. Dwight Howard was so terrible. And I was telling somebody, I was talking to a person about Dwight Howard. I was like, yo, the last 2 stops he's been in where he was healthy, which is Atlanta and Charlotte, he has looked pretty damn good. And they was like, man, you got to admit, man, 14 and 13 for Dwight Howard, that's not his best numbers. Yeah, you know what changed? He went from being the number 1 option to like the number 4 option. Word. It wasn't that he couldn't score. He just wasn't the man. They wasn't giving him the ball. He wasn't the first option. But when he got the rock, he was as efficient as he's ever been. So I don't understand the narrative that, oh, Dwight Howard's bad. I don't know. Like, this is why you got to be careful who you talk sports with. You know, and I'll talk sports with anybody. But sometimes people say a few things to let you know that they might not be the same type of fan you are. They're not watching as closely as you are. And at that point, I just do a lot of head nodding to get the conversation over with. But anyway.
Word.
Dwight Howard and the Lakers have been in talks, and he executed his buyout with Memphis. I think he had to give back some money, a pretty good amount of money, and he had to go to the Lakers and do like a meeting in front of some players, which they say included Anthony Davis, where he basically had to sell himself to this team as, I'm an 8-time All-Star. I have hit rock bottom. I'm willing to do what the team needs me to do. I'm willing to be a team player. Give me a shot. And after that talk, they decided to give Dwight Howard what he asked for, a shot, but he's got a weird caveat. They told this dude, if he disrupts this team in any way, shape, form, or fashion, he is out. Dwight Howard has gotten a reputation of being a locker room cancer, which is funny because that's not necessarily what we see. We see this playful, joking guy on the court and on the sidelines. I don't know who he is in the locker room, but he better not be that damn guy in L.A. if you want to finish the season. LeParis, I'm going to be honest with you. Not only, and you're not going to like this, not only do I think this is a good pickup for L.A., I think it's a better pickup than Boogie. And I'm not saying that I think let me rock. I'm not saying that he's a better player than Boogie. But him and Boogie mentally are in 2 different places. Boogie's going to want a certain amount of touches. Boogie's a star, pre this injury in Boogie's mind. And Boogie's goal was I got to work my way back up to the point where I can command this max salary. Dwight's mentality is, I don't want to be out of the league. I've seen everybody turn on me. I just want to fit in. I want to be a part of the team. I want friends. I want to do what needs to be done. And I think this mentality on this team, I think his value is higher than Boogie's.
Wow.
Hot take.
That shocked the shit out of me. Spade, I'm on the other end. I don't think this shit gonna work.
Why not?
Spade. What Brian don't like that paint clogged up. Dwight is a back to the basket player. I know they ain't about to have Dwight out there taking threes. Now we all seen video clips of Dwight pulling jump shot. We don't want Dwight pulling threes at all. You already got AD. AD can stretch the court. We already know he can stretch it. He can pull threes. He can hit the mid range. I'm skeptical, bro. That shit seemed real cloggy to me. At least Boogie can stretch the floor and shoot the 3. And for the most part, you look at Golden State, shit, he was around the 3-point line a lot. Like, sometimes he'd take it down there, dribble back to the basket in the post. But for the most part, to me, last season, Boogie was pulling threes. To me, unless Dwight, I don't know if Dwight started, I don't know if he's coming off the bench, I don't know what the Lakers are going to do. Now, unless Dwight is coming off the bench, and they starting JaVale McGee over Dwight, I don't know if this shit gonna work, Spade. That shit seemed cloggy to me. Like, it seemed clogged up. I understand why the Lakers did it. You know, they just lost Boogie. They looking for another big for rebounding and stuff like that. But I'm skeptical, Spade. I don't know if this shit gonna work. I don't know.
Want me to tell you why it is gonna work?
Tell me. This is why you the basketball dude. Explain.
In a 10-year, I think it was a 10-year career for JaVale McGee. The best season we ever saw from JaVale McGee And he had 2
right?
years in Golden
Or Denver?
State. No.
Denver?
No. L.A.
Really?
L.A. 12 points per game is JaVale McGee's career high average. He shot 62% from the field, which is his second best season in terms of efficiency. That wasn't with Washington. That wasn't with Denver. That wasn't with Philadelphia. That wasn't with Dallas. That wasn't with Golden State. That was with the Lakers. So if this Lakers setup can elevate JaVale McGee, we all know that JaVale ain't pulling no threes like that. I'd rather Dwight shoot the shit than JaVale. It ain't a damn thing that JaVale can do better than Dwight Howard.
Okay. I mean, I'm agreeing
thing.
with that.
So last season they got
I
a
just
12
feel
point
JaVale
game.
know his role better, Spade. Can you agree with that?
Well, I don't know. And time will tell.
Okay.
Previously, I would have said that. But this year, they said that Dwight Howard showed up down 25 pounds, which I didn't even feel like Dwight. I mean, Dwight always has been lean. So I didn't even feel like the down 25 pounds was even necessary. But I think he had a back injury. So, maybe they felt like it was better. His training staff, his team of personal trainers probably felt like it was better for him to lean up a little bit more. But more than anything, I think what he went in there and sold those guys is my willingness to work. I'm in the gym, I'm working out, I'm willing to do this, I'm willing to do that. So if him and JaVale mentally are in the same space, which only time will tell, because at the end of the day, man, Dwight can say all the right shit. Dwight not a fool. Dwight know how to say the right shit. It's the same guy that said he think the NBA logo should be the cross. He know how to say the right shit. It's whether or not he know how to walk it. He can talk the hell out of it. But if he's walking like he's talking, JaVale can't do anything better than Dwight. And if JaVale just had his best season with LeBron and these Lakers, then I don't see why Dwight should fall off or hurt this team at all. And like you said, obviously, you're not going to put these guys on the court at the same time. I mean, that wouldn't be smart. But if they do the same thing, man, if you can get 12 and 8 from JaVale, you can get much better from Dwight Howard. That's what I think.
Okay. I mean,
everything in the world tells me that JaVale's best season should have came with the Golden State Warriors. Did not.
Hey, all I'm saying is I'm a little worried. We done heard Dwight say the right shit before, and then, oh, me and James Harden can get along. Oh, me and Kobe this, and that. And that shit, they hated that dude, bruh.
That is true. You are absolutely right.
But you saying this is a different Dwight. So we definitely gonna have to wait and see. Because I'm a little worried. I'm worried.
I think when you tell a man when he come in for lack of a better term, his job interview, I think when you tell a guy his job interview, fam, I don't give a shit if it's 3 days into the season. If you disrupt this locker room, you're done so. We got no problem escorting your ass to the door. You've been here before, it didn't work. Your leash is hella short this time. When you bring a guy in like that, he can come in with that BS if he wants to. I don't think Dwight is that stupid. Okay. Dwight got a whole lot of kids to feed. I don't think he's that crazy.
Spade, before we get to the next topic, I want to strong arm something in here. You in the first topic, you talked about people having a lot to say about pickup games. It's not a topic. I just want to get your thoughts on it. Did you see the Devin Booker double team shit? I gotta ask you, is it okay to double team in pickup games?
Absolutely. Devin Booker said he faced that all season long. Didn't look like it. He damn near turned it over. Them guys ain't even NBA. It looked like you need a little more practice with it for me. I'm one of those folks, man. Folks was like, he trying to work on his game. Let him work on his game. Well, play 1v1. Like, invite one person over and play 1v1. You can work on all your 1v1 shit. But when you get in a 5v5 experience, anything that goes in a regular 5v5 game goes there. And, obviously I'm an older guy, no shade to Devin Booker. I believe, like, I don't like when people call shit off in regular games. Like, we can't play a 5v5 and I'm like, hey, fam, no dunking, fam. No threes. Nah, you can't shoot threes. What are you talking about? Anything we can do in a game of basketball, we can do out here. Now, if you want to say, like, no football tackling, hey, that makes sense. That's a different fucking sport. Basketball, no double teaming? Get the fuck out of here. I faced that all year. Show me. Beat it. You face double teams from NBA pros. And I love Joakim Noah's attitude. I love his attitude. Every time he said something, you can hear Noah in the background. come on, man. We ain't doubling in no open gym game. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Joe keep Noah in the back. Yes, we are. Matter of fact, Noah called out the double team. It wasn't the guy who was guarding Book like, yo, I need help. Noah was like, cut off the baseline, double. Like, he was calling that shit out. Like, he want to go baseline, trap that baseline, send somebody over the top, force the ball out of his hand. I like it. I love it, matter of fact.
I just wanted to get your thoughts on. I want to know how the fans feel though. If you like double teams in the pickup game, don't like it, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Tweet us. Y'all already know the regular schmegular stuff. Let us know how you feel about it.
Before we go, did you see what?
Go ahead.
Did you see what Gilbert Arenas had to say about it?
What did Gilbert say?
Man, no chill Gil will come through and hit you with actual factuals.
Word.
Man, I felt like he was very respectful, but he told Devin Booker, hey man, if your goal is to be an all-star, then you say no doubling. But if your goal is to be a superstar, not only do you allow doubling, you welcome that shit. Like, if you want to be great, man, I hate to do this, but so often people compare Devin Booker to Kobe, and I'm not a big Kobe fan, but I feel like that's so disrespectful to Kobe. I know Devin Booker has some big scoring outbursts here and there, but other than that, I don't really see the Devin Booker-Kobe comparisons. I just don't see it. I really don't. And that's no shade to either one of those guys, but to me, their game's not even alike. Their games are not even alike. Can you imagine Kobe in an open gym run saying no double team?
Their mentality ain't alike.
They game not alike. They're nothing is alike. The only thing that's alike is they play the two. That's the only comparison to me. And I kind of hate when folks be like, oh, Devin Booker's the next Kobe. I be like, how? Like, they don't play anything alike, fam. They are nothing alike to me. But I'd like to go back to Kobe. Can you imagine Kobe saying no double team?
That's what I'm saying.
I can imagine Kobe telling the guy.
Because Kobe would be like, five of y'all could be on me, and I'm still
I can imagine Kobe telling his matchup, you better get help.
Word.
Telling the other, you better come help him. Like, I'm finna cook him. You better come help. Like, I can see that. I just don't understand that. Nah, no doubling. That just sounds, I'm sorry.
That's a fact. Kobe's being like, you are 100% correct. That mentality is totally different. And that's what separate the good from the great. That's what the all-stars from the superstars. Because it's a difference. That's what separates. You are 100% correct.
Facts. All right, let's go.
Spade, what's crazy is we just talked about the Lakers. We just talked about Bron, and Ty Lue was he was in the running to be a Lakers coach in some facet of coaching, whether it be I don't think it was an assistant, maybe a head coach, who knows? He was in the running. But Ty Lue took a job with the Los Angeles Clippers to be an assistant coach, Spade, and people in the media world, sports media, and people on Twitter saying Ty Lue only took that job to get back at LeBron. And I was like, I don't see it, but maybe you could shed some light on it for me, Spade, because I'm like, I don't think that's the case. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know your thoughts. I mean, you just broke down the double teaming in the pickup game. Share with me Ty Lue joining the Clippers. Was it to get back at LeBron?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't see how it could be.
They're saying
because
he didn't get the job with the Lakers, so he wanted to kind of stick it to the Lakers and LeBron and go to the in the same house neighbor Clippers. I don't see it.
I don't understand that. That again, that's just people that be talking crazy. It wasn't a matter of he didn't get the job with the Lakers. He turned down the job with the Lakers. They offered him a 3-year deal. He felt like he kind of got chumped off in the money amount. It was an $18 million deal for 3 years, which is on the lower side of coaches' pay. And yeah, he turned that deal down. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if it was the money. Like, when I think back to that thing, the $18 million for 3 years was on the lower side as well. But another caveat in that whole thing was they wanted him to bring on Jason Kidd as his assistant. And a lot of folks felt like that they just wanted Ty Lue to groom Jason Kidd to take over that job in 3 years. But truth be told, I think after 3 years is probably when Bron is out. Bron, I don't know. I think that's around the time that Bron. I don't know if Bron gonna do another deal. Nobody knows, but I don't know, man. LaParis, you got something you say on this show a lot that I agree with. It's only so many jobs. It's only 30 head coaching jobs, and sometimes you got to make a decision that makes you feel better in here. Maybe it don't make sense outwardly, but it makes sense inside of you. If Ty Lue felt like that job was disrespectful, it was a little bit low on the pay end, they was going to tell him who to hire as an assistant. If he felt like, yo, this is bullshit, I'm out, cool. We know that he's got a relationship with Doc Rivers. He and Doc are pretty good friends. He actually played for Doc 1 year. And just last season, he had an unofficial role with the Clippers. He was like what's the word? I don't know. He was like a helper or informant or some shit for the Clippers off the books anyway. So they just, I don't have a problem with him taking that deal. I tried to do some research and see what the money was because I wanted to see if it was more than $18 million, and I could not find the details of this contract. This shit must be G13 classified. But, if it make him feel better inside, I guess that's all that matters. On the outside looking in, to me, it feels a little weird that you walked away from a head coaching job and you bounced back with an assistant coaching job to Doc Rivers. I don't know what was told to him. Maybe Doc feel like he only got a few more years before he feel like hanging it up. Maybe Ty Lue feels like they're grooming him to be the next head coach of the Clippers. We don't know what private things were said in that private conversation. So I doubt it's got anything to do with Bron, and I hope it don't, because the only thing Bron give a shit about right now is trying to figure out what goes on the taco during next Taco Tuesday. Like, at this point during the season ain't started. Like, Bron don't care what the Clippers doing. His biggest concern is Kawhi and PG. He don't give a shit who's standing over there with the clipboard, especially who's standing behind the man with the clipboard. What is that gonna do to Bron?
And Spade, the crazy thing is, I just think Ty Lue is like, you know what? I have earned the right to hire my own assistants. I just went to the finals however many years in a row with the Cavs, and they trying to tell me what assistants. I mean, sometimes you just got to be like, you know what? Thank you, but no thank you. And I felt like it was that type of situation with Ty Lue.
Bro.
I don't think it was no trying to get back at LeBron or try to screw the Lakers. I don't think it was that case. And like you said, you never know what's being said behind the scene. Maybe they like, you know what? Dwight got this many. Doc got this many years left. Maybe Doc want to go back to the, to the front office and Lue slide right in to be the head coach. Who knows? But I definitely don't think it's what people said it was when him trying to screw the Lakers or trying to screw LeBron. I don't see that.
I hope not, because I can tell you LeBron is not fazed by whoever the Clippers assistant coach is. Not
LeBron
one iota.
LeBron the coach. Just like
LeBron the coach of the Clippers at this point.
Remember we told people LeBron the point guard, Spade? They was like, LeBron the point guard, LeBron the coach.
LeBron the point guard, yeah.
And he the coach.
Yeah, man.
Shit, he probably the GM too. Him and Rich Paul the GMs.
I be knowing.
But we can move on, bro.
All right, LeParis, I got to put you on the hot seat, bro.
Really?
Couple of weeks ago. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know how you do. You be wrong sometime, and I had to bring it to you. Couple of weeks ago, fam, on this very podcast, we talked about the team that Team USA put together, and I said, LeParis, we have put together better teams on paper that wasn't it. I'm looking at this team, and I don't know if they it. And you said, Spade, relax. This team is still going to take care of business. And they may. But boy, let me tell you, quite a lot of people are concerned. Now, in case you don't know, Team USA just went out there and lost a game. I had it pulled up. I can't find it right now, but trying to see who they lost to. Australia. They just recently beat Australia. But they played Australia again and they lost. LeParis, I want to put you on the hot seat. Are you concerned about your prediction that this team was going to take care of business?
I think they still going to win gold, but yes, I am concerned. I think they will still win gold, but I am concerned. Spade, they can't. Patty Mills dropped 30. Bogut had 16 on them boards. Why do we have so many Celtics on the team? Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Kimball. It's so many Celtics on the Spade. They just let go Kuzma. I think Kuzma had an injury. So they just released Kuzma from the team. So it's the final 12 are set. The final 12 players are set for the roster. Spade, yes, I am concerned. Yes, they just let Patty Mills drop him off and give him 30. Patty Mills. Now let me. Yeah. Somebody gonna be like, Patty Mills is a good player. I'm not saying that. But you see Patty Mills in the NBA every season. The damn coach, the dude that coached Patty Mills is a coach for Team USA. Patty Mills had 30. And Spade, if I'm not mistaken, they lost 98, 94, something like that. Something crazy like that. It was something like that. Spade. Listen, I think they still win gold. And I got to bang again on myself. I thought this team would dominate. I still feel the USA is better than Australia, Argentina, all these other teams. But I am concerned. Yes.
You should be.
You can't go out here and lose a friendly to Australia. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. I'm concerned, bro.
Well, I'm going to tell you what my concern is. Greg Popovich said that cutting the roster down to 12 is never an easy thing to do. And some of the players have stepped out of their way to help Greg get this team down to 12 by withdrawing. So I got a list of everybody who's been either cut from the team or just withdrew themselves from the team in the past. I feel like the people who left are better. I think you could put together a better roster than the guys who stayed. Check out this list of the guys who left. Bam Adebayo, Marvin Bagley, Bradley Beal, Anthony Davis, Andre Drummond, De'Aaron Fox, Eric Gordon, James Harden, Montrezl Harrell, Tobias Harris, Kyle Kuzma, Damian Lillard, Kevin Love, Kyle Lowry, CJ McCollum, Paul Millsap, JJ Redick, Julius Randle, PJ Tucker, Thad Young, and Trae Young. Them the folks who left, which leaves the final 12 to be Harrison Barnes, Jaylen Brown, Joe Harris, Brick Lopez, Chris Middleton, Donovan Mitchell, Mason Plumlee, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Miles Turner, Kemba Walker, and Derek White.
A lot of Bucks and Celtics on that team. And Celtics.
I don't know, man.
Bro, I'm concerned, bro.
Oh, I'm concerned, too. I'm concerned.
You can't go out there and lose to Australia. What?
Yeah.
Unacceptable. Yeah. Yo, if I'm Pop, I'm making them run sprints. Like, we taking it back to the old school. We going back to fundamentals.
You can't make, well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, we running suicides or some shit. Like, we taking it back. Unacceptable for them to lose to Australia, bruh. Unacceptable.
I am concerned.
I am. Now I am. I didn't think they would come out here. Come on, man. You can't. I don't get somebody going to be like, yo, it really didn't count. They probably was disinterested because, it was a friendly. It didn't really, like, I don't want to hear that, man. You think, listen, and it's a rumor. I mean, people say it's footage. I ain't never seen the footage, but it's a rumor that said them college boys had beat the Dream Team, the 92 Dream Team. And then they said Michael, they said Michael Jordan and them came back the next day and cracked them that they ain't even cracked 50. Like the other team didn't even crack 50 the next day. But we don't know if that's true. But, bro, if you let the Dream Team of that era, no way. They was crushing everybody. And listen, the way I back Team USA, and like I said, I feel they would still win the gold medal. But the way I back them, there's no reason that streak, I think they had like a 75-game win streak or something. There's no reason why that streak should have been snapped this morning. No reason. I'm concerned. I'm concerned.
Yeah, man. You got every right to be. Every damn right to be.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I'm worried. Spade, you ready to move on?
Yes, sir.
I couldn't wait to get to this topic, Spade, because I was torn, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys didn't know, Jay-Z has partnered with the NFL, and in an interview, Roger Goodell was sitting next to him, and they interviewed Jay-Z, and Jay-Z said, "We are past kneeling," which boy, that shit ruffles some feathers, boy, because Kenny Stills has some choice words for Jay-Z. Ed Reed has some choice words. It was a report that later came out and allegedly said was not true, that Jay-Z had spoke to Kaepernick about this thing, and Kaepernick gave his blessings or whatever. It's been later reported that may have not been true. I don't know. We wasn't on the phone with these guys. We don't know if they talked or not. But, Spade, I got to get your thoughts. It's also a report out there that said Jay-Z partnership includes that he will be an owner of, in some way, shape, or form, of an NFL franchise. We just don't know the specific franchise. Spade, this shit is getting ugly. Eric Reed been on Jay-Z head. Kenny Stills been on Jay-Z head so much that it got his coach, who was around our age, Spade, maybe 30-something years old, to get on Kenny Stills and be like, yo, Kenny Stills is distracted by shit off the field, So much that the coach was playing had a playlist of 10 Jay-Z songs. Allegedly, I'm doing quote fingers over his Spade, trying to motivate Kenny Stills to get back in his, bag on the field. Spade, I gotta get your thoughts about this shit. This shit, I'm torn. I don't know. So,
yeah, I want to make sure I approach this properly. The Colin Kaepernick entire situation is another thing that people seem to be so torn on, right? It's frustrating for me, a man of color, to even engage in these conversations because people either get it or they don't. And the people who don't get it, it seems to be nothing that you can say that can get somebody who truly don't get it to get it. People keep wanting to make it about the troops. They want to make it about the flag. They want to make, and he has said so many times why he was kneeling. He started off sitting down. He spoke with a actual soldier, not one of these people who just sit in their house saying, you're pissing off the soldiers. He spoke with an actual soldier that told him it would be more respectful instead of him sitting on his ass if he would take a knee. And out of respect for the soldiers, Colin Kaepernick took a knee. And the entire thing was, I don't want to stand for the anthem. I want to bring awareness to social injustice within this country. If you don't know about social injustice, you must don't have the news. You must don't have social media. I feel like I can't go a week without seeing on my timeline a video tweeted of some form of police brutality against a male or even a female person of color, against minors and children. It's crazy. I gotta admit, Lopez, when I heard that Jay-Z took this deal, my initial reaction was, why? Why would Jay do this? And then I kept just looking for answers, and I don't have all the answers. And I'm not going to pretend to have all the answers here today. What I will say is this. I want to hold off on my judgment and see what Jay does with this power. I feel like there's no way Jay-Z could make a business move that could gain him power in this situation and he not use it for good. I feel like if we look at his resume, too often have we seen Jay-Z step up and do things like pay for legal help, do this, do that. He's done so many things, donate to charities, help. He's helped too much for me to assume that Jay-Z is just making this move because he's money hungry. Jay-Z already rich. He's already wealthy, which I believe is above rich. So I don't see him just saying, hey, I want more money, so screw everybody. I don't believe that. So the ball is in Jay-Z's court. Right now, I'm going to hold back my judgment. I want to see what Jay does with this. If he takes this situation and he flips it and he starts to create more opportunities for minorities, if he starts to bring more awareness to social injustice, if he takes the NFL and helps those guys make smart donations or do things to make the NFL a presence in areas where they seem like they give a shit about social injustice, then I'm his biggest cheerleader for this. Right now, it's just too soon. I feel like it's too soon for people to get their emotions wrapped up in it and start saying whether this is good or bad. Right now, we don't know what the hell it is because it has not produced anything yet. But news clips and clickbait titles. That's the only thing it's produced so far. I'm going to wait and see what Jay-Z does with it. I actually do agree with Jay-Z on one thing that he said that had everybody pissed off. It was like Colin Kaepernick was kneeling and he was like, let's not forget he was kneeling to bring awareness. Do we not, at this point, has the awareness not been brought? The awareness has been brought. Now it's about what we do with it. Now we're aware of what the issue is. Now the league is aware of what the issue is. Now it's about what we do with it. I agree with that. I just want to see what happens next, man. So I'm on chill for right now until I see where it goes.
I agree with that 100%, and it was well said. But I also want Jay-Z, all the things that you said you want Jay-Z to do, I want him to do those things too. I also want Jay-Z to hold the NFL accountable. So it was saying that the partnership was going to help with civil rights and I want all that, but I also want him to hold the league accountable and not just be one of the good old boys because now he's in the club. First he would. Do we consider? I think the Jags owner. I think he's from Pakistan. He might be Pakistani. I might be wrong, but I think only the Jags owner is the only owner in the NFL that's not a white guy. So I think I'm right. But I want him to hold the league accountable and not just be like, oh, that's good enough. It's not good enough. It's never going to be good enough. It's never going to be good enough. I want him to be able to hold the league accountable and not just be like, look, Jay, this is what we're going to do. This is it. And that's that. I want Jay-Z to hold the league accountable. And that's the only way you're going to look at this deal and be like, all right, Jay-Z made the right decision. Because I agree with you, Spade. Jay-Z don't need no bread. Now the rich always want to get richer. The wealthy always want to get wealthy. And I'm one of the people that believe you can never have enough money. You should make all the money you can. So if Jay-Z gets the opportunity, if they was like, Jay-Z, we want you with this partnership at the deal, and one of the perks is we're going to find a team where you could be part owner of, and Jay-Z was like, oh shit, I want to be the owner of an NFL team. That's, for whatever reason, yeah, I'm going to do it. I hope that's not where Jay-Z heart is, and like you said, nothing over the past few years have showed us that that's where Jay-Z is at, but it's also a lot of rumors that's been lingering about Jay-Z for years. And I'm not going to get into them. It was some with him and Dame Dash back in the day. It was some with him and the Nets with the Brooklyn deal. Some people feel like Jay-Z kind of let Brooklyn take the bad end of the deal just to get the Nets over there, and it kind of screwed Brooklyn. It's just a lot of rumors. I don't know if these are true or not, but it's just a lot of rumors about Jay-Z that Jay-Z really only do things, like business-wise, that helps him, and I just hope that's not the case with this deal. I'm hoping for the best. What is done, so I'm just hoping for the best, and I'm hoping that Jay-Z holds the NFL accountable and does the right thing. That's what I'm hoping. But I am torn about the whole thing. I can see both ends of the spectrum, and I think it's fair for you to say, Spade, I want to hold off until I see shit in motion. I think that's fair.
Yeah, man. That's all we can do.
I think that's fair.
That is all we can do. That's all I got on that, bro. I'm sure we got a lot of listeners that's going to hit the chat and come through and let us know what they think about it, and I welcome that. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah, definitely.
I just want to know.
Definitely.
We kind of in the NFL already. Let's move on definitely into the NFL, and let's go talk about the New England Patriots, as much as I hate doing so as a Dolphin fan. The Patriots, man, golly, they find a way to just continue to get more and more powerful, man. In this offseason, they was able to add Demarcus Bebe Thomas to that wide receiving core. And this guy, although for the last few years he hasn't been considered an elite wide receiver, was once upon a time in some top fives as one of the best wide receivers in the league. And you don't have to be that great when paired up with Brady and that dink and dunk offense to be, super valuable. Things just got a little bit worse for guys in our division, man. Josh Gordon recently applied for reinstatement to the league and was granted his reinstatement. LaParis, couple of questions here. One, how much better does Josh Gordon make this team? And two, do you feel like this is the time that we're going to get Josh Gordon, no distractions, no interruptions, no hiccups, no trips, no falls, and he rides off in the sunset as a great wide receiver? Do you believe this is it?
Spade, no. If history has shown us anything, trust me, Spade, let me be very, very clear. I am rooting for Josh Gordon. I don't know if he still can be that caliber player, but at one point, I had said on this show numerous times when we talked about Josh Gordon either being suspended or being reinstated at one point or another, I've said Josh Gordon has Hall of Fame talent. I don't know if he still has Hall of Fame talent at this point because so many years have passed since I've been saying that. Spade, but if history has shown us anything, it's that it's going to be another hiccup. Listen, he's struggling with addiction, and that's nothing to shake a stick at. And it's easy for me to be like, yo, tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars or drugs. It's easy for me to be like, yo, I'm taking the bread. I don't have an addiction. I'm not addicted to drugs. Whatever the drug may be, whether it be prescription pills, painkillers, marijuana, cocaine, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be.
Did you say propane?
I don't have that problem. Say it again?
What you say, marijuana or what? I swear it sounded like you said propane.
Cocaine.
Oh, woo, boy, I was about to say. Folks done found out how to get high on propane. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Whatever it may be, I don't have that problem. But if any, and I'm rooting for him, but if history has shown us anything, it's that he's going to have another hiccup. I hope I'm wrong, but Spade, no sugarcoat, no biases, just the strong arm truth. If that's what this show is about, and I just got to keep it 100 how I feel, and I hope I'm wrong. I cannot stress that enough because I root for this young man. But if history has shown us anything, something else is going to happen. He's going to be suspended again. Spade, I don't ever remember any guy in the league getting this many opportunities. Maybe you know a guy and you can remind me and I can be like, oh, all right, I remember that. Not this many. Golly, this dude has had numerous opportunities and he, for whatever reason, he just can't get right. I hope this time he's able to shake his addiction and stay on the field because he's a phenomenal player. Well, he was a phenomenal player, and I would love for him to get at least close to what he was. Because he played with the Browns when they ain't had shit.
Yeah.
He was the bright, like, oh shit, the Browns losing, but Josh Gordon went bananas.
Yep.
Like, he was the lone bright spot. So if he can get anywhere close to that, just stay on the field. I feel like the Patriots to be right back where we see him at the end of every year. But I don't know. Skeptical has been my word this show.
Yeah,
I'm real skeptical. I'm real skeptical, man. I hope I'm wrong.
In 11 games with the Patriots last season, he amassed 40 catches for 720 yards, got in the end zone 3 times, was so close to a 1,000-yard season, which would have been his best season since 2013, where he had 1,600 receiving yards. So, I mean, it's a part of me that's definitely rooting for him. It would be so much easier to do this if he didn't play for my team's rival. But I just want to see the dude get right, man. So I guess I'm hoping. And at the same time, if he have a great season, we also tanking for Tua. So, you know what I'm saying? This is your best season to get it in, Josh. We might actually let y'all boys win this season. Otherwise, you know what the Dolphins do. We come through and whoop that ass once a season. But we might give y'all 2 this year just because we tanking for Tua. We might give y'all 2. We might. We might not.
Oh,
we might not.
Spade, do you feel he can get right, bro?
I hope. But that's not what you want to hear, huh?
I mean, we root for him on this show. We root for him.
Yeah, I hope.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm skeptical. That's the word for the day, y'all. Skeptical. That's the word for the day. I am.
Yeah, man.
Spade, you ready to move on?
I am.
Spade, let's take it to Canada. I mean, you've been to Canada. I've been to Canada. I've been to like Niagara Falls, Canada. You've been up in the real Canada, like Vancouver, where you. Yeah. Hey, let's just keep it real. Hey, Spade, can I tell him?
Go ahead. I got no secrets, man.
The homie Spade said there wasn't no black people in Vancouver.
Oh no.
Okay, Spade done been up in. He been up in Canada, where all it is ice and hockey sticks and white folks. So he was up in Canada. I went to Niagara Falls. It was just a slew of different races there. It was beautiful. Spade up in Canada. But let's take it to Winnipeg. I know you like Winnipeg. Look, yeah, you going to Winnipeg and Spade, something crazy happened in Winnipeg.
It's your league, bro.
CFL. Spade, you already know. I watch the CFL too. I'm a CFL fan. I make bets on the CFL. I like the CFL. But the Packers and the Raiders played a game in Winnipeg, and the field was jacked up. Everybody that know the CFL goalpost is like in the middle of the end zone, all crazy. So they had to move that, take that shit out to put turf there, so that the NFL could, the NFL, the Raiders and the Packers can play on a 100-yard field, and the field was jacked up because of where the goalposts go. So they had to play on an 80-yard field. Spade, you said something maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago about the NFL keep trying to be international, but they'll never be international like the NBA and XYZ. Spade, went to Mexico, field was jacked up. Went to Winnipeg, field jacked up. Went to London, field jacked up. What the flying fizz up? Like, what the fuck, yo? Get the field right.
Trash, bro.
Spade, I gotta get your thoughts on this shit, because you said this shit 2 weeks ago. Packers Raiders play on an 80-yard field in Winnipeg. This shit is unacceptable. It's a travesty. Stop these out of the states games, Spade. Stop them. Spade, go.
It's really embarrassing. all
It's
the
embarrassing.
revenue the NFL take
Come
in.
on, bro.
Do it right.
Come on, bro.
Do it right. Plan it right. Get a fit. And here's another issue I take up with the league. They talk all that safety shit. They talk all that safety shit. And then send them players up there, man. The little area where they tried to cover up where the goalpost was, man, that shit was about 3 inches higher than the rest of the field. Like, it's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing, man. It's just ridiculous. And you want those folks over there to be a fan of our sport when you can't even give them our sport at a high quality. You got them playing on a subpar field. It's embarrassing. It's ridiculous. And Twitter ripped the NFL. Like, it was trending. This is not the type of publicity you want if you the NFL. It was trending on Twitter, and people was ripping the league for doing this shit in a half-ass way. It was terrible.
I mean, it's warranted. Like, this shit is unacceptable. You make too much. Go up prior and get that shit together. This shit is unacceptable, man.
No kickoff.
It's unacceptable. And the crazy thing, Spade, because of this game right here, Spade, people were saying that they got to cut the preseason games, but they was like, that owners, if they cut away 2 preseason games, Spade, they said NFL owners, get this, will lose $50 million. That shit is crazy. If they cut 2 preseason games, that's why they're saying if the NFL or the collective bargaining agreement that's about to come up, that's why they saying the NFL may go on strike because players want 2 less preseason games. They said that the NFL owners are going to come back. Well, we got to get that $50 million back somewhere, so y'all got to give us 2 regular season games. This shit is going to be a problem. I see a strike coming on, Spade. You cannot have shit like this happen in professional sports. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Spade, people, the high school fields are better than what they played on up there. That shit is terrible.
Yeah, this your league.
That shit is terrible.
This your league.
That shit is terrible. Yeah, this shit terrible, bro. This shit is unacceptable, man. I'm looking at this shit like it's unacceptable for professionals to play on the 80-yard field because they can't get the field right. Just don't play. Just don't play. It's preseason. The shit don't matter. And it's crazy because both teams sat out all their starters. Like, no starters played. No, so go out there and get these young boys that's trying to make a living. Go out and y'all can fuck y'all knees up and jack yourselves all up. It's unacceptable, man. I hated it. I hated it, man.
Trash. Bro, are you ready?
Shit trash. Yeah, let's get it, man.
Do you know what's about to happen?
Yeah, I know what's up.
Are you
I know what's
concerned?
up. Man, you've been on your head about your top 5s.
I don't know
They
what
been
ball.
saying your
All I'm
top
doing
5's
is
been
spin
trash.
actual factuals. Who said that? Give me a name.
Oh, they said your top 5's been trash.
I don't remember that, Pinky. I ain't see that. All I see is folks saying, man, Spade, you are so right. You are so smart.
What?
That's all I've been seeing.
Shit.
That's all I've been seeing.
Shit. Okay.
You are so genius.
I ain't been saying no such thing.
That's all I see all up and down my timeline. That's all I see. My timeline looked like what Albert Einstein shit would look like if Twitter was around when he was alive. That's all I see is folks calling me genius. LaParis, we got some more top 5s this week.
They call Albert Einstein insane too. You know that, right?
Well, yeah, I know. We had conversations. He visit me in my dreams sometimes. He be like, look, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nah, let me tell you this story. In my dream one day, I was cooking up this formula for the cure to cancer, and Albert Einstein himself walked into my dream and said, Spade. I ain't know he talked like this. Gary said, he said, Spade, you one smart mother. I said, Albert.
Einstein said, yo, Spade.
That's what he said. But it's what it's what I stopped him from saying. He said, you one smart mother. I said, Albert, relax. Come on. It's a PG dream. Anyway, man, we got more top 5s this week, fam. And we're going to hit them with 3.
Right.
We're doing 3 positions. We're doing tight ends, defensive ends, and defensive tackles. And LaParis, before we even start, tell the listeners what I said about defensive ends and defensive tackles.
All these players play all across the line.
It's so stupid. Nobody has a definite position. They all play.
It's not stupid, Spade.
It's stupid.
Like, relax.
It's stupid.
It's not stupid.
Yeah.
You are trying to find a matchup. But for our show, for these purposes, this is where we have said players. Right here. So
it's muy estúpido.
Aaron Donald, J.J. Watt, Cam Jordan, these guys, they got them at defensive tackle, defensive end. We got these guys at defensive end. So just to let y'all know, for y'all be like, blah, 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 play there, and this guy. Listen, we also have Von Miller and Khalil Mack as outside backers. We know they play defensive end, they rush hands, whatever you want to call them. But for this show, for these purposes, because all these guys play all over the field, Von Miller, Khalil Mack will be outside backers. Aaron Donald, J.J. Watt, Cam Jordan will be defensive ends. Sheesh.
Yuck. Let's start with tight end, though, fam. Let's bless these people with our top 5 tight ends going into the 2019 season. Let me give you guys the formula, right? We look at the stats of what they did last year. And we said, okay, this is interesting. We look at any changes the team might have had. Maybe they got a better O-line. Maybe they got a worse quarterback. Maybe they got a new coach, a new OC. All this stuff will change the way we look at it. And the last thing is we predict. Okay, they did this last season. What's that? Was that the start of a trend? Was that a fluke? Are they going to continue to go up? Are they going down? Were they already going back? And we take these formulas and we bless you guys with our top 5s going into the season. Let me tell you what I don't like. I don't like when it's like week 5 and folks be like, so-and-so.
Told you.
Yeah, it's a little different after you got a few games. Don't come to me at week 5 and bless me with your top 5s. That shit don't count. You cheating at that point. The Paris, you on the hot seat, fam. All the people on my timeline calling me genius has been laughing at you. Get some of your respect back this week. Who is your 5th best tight end going into the 2019 season, sir?
I got you. Spade, let me tell you something about, first of all, I'm going to go honorable mention. Honorable mention, me and the homie, shout out to my homie Hant. Me and Hant went back and forth on Twitter a long time ago about Eric Ebron. And I was like, yo, you got to relax with the Ebron, with Ebron, because we seen Ebron in Detroit, really, and I was one of the people, I don't know if you remember way back when, Spade, when I used to do my little mock drafts, I was telling folks, Lions going to take Ebron, and they was like, Lions don't need Ebron, they got Pettigrew or whatever his name was at that time. And I was like, they're going to take a tight end. They took a tight end. So we had some data to show that, it wasn't working out with the Lions. He went to the Colts. Anybody that know Andrew Luck know tight ends murder with Andrew Luck since college. Like, his tight ends, he liked the tight end. Whether it be, I don't even know if he played with Dallas Clark. Dallas Clark might have been with Peyton Manning. But whether it was Doyle, whatever tight end you name, I mean, Swope will come in, whatever, Swoop will come in, he'll get TDs from Andrew Luck. Tight ends eat with Andrew Luck. With that being said, Eric Ebron had a phenomenal season last year. For that reason, he's my honorable mention. I'm not quite ready to put him as a top 5 tight end yet. Relax. Not yet. I also have another honorable mention, Spade. Another guy we got to watch out for. Njoku, your boy, from the Browns. I think he's going to have a year that's going to have us looking like, oh, look at Njoku. I felt like he could have had them years prior. They just never threw him the ball. They always had him blocking and then will pass to the other tight end.
Yep.
I think this year they're going to be looking for him. I think you ain't going to be able to double, one of their wide receivers. You're going to have Odell on one side. You're going to have Juice on the other side. You got a good running game. Kareem Hunt come back after week 8. The middle of the field, I feel, is going to be wide open, and Njoku should eat. So I got 2 honorable mentions, Ebron and Njoku. At number 5, though, Spade, I got a guy that I think is in for a big year, got a new head coach. And Spade, I said on this show, if Bruce Arians cannot get Jameis Winston right, it might be over for Jameis Winston. I think O.J. Howard is in for a big year, and for that reason, O.J. Howard is my number 5 tight end, Spade.
That's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
I was worried for a minute. I thought you had copied my paper, but it looks like you went different at some point. Honorable mention, I also went Ebron. I think he's a really good tight end, but the same thing. I feel like his career, people was calling this dude a bust until he went to the Colts. So it's not a coinky dink that you put him around Luck, and you know what I'm saying. So I don't know how much of that is him, how much of that is Luck. I still can't turn a blind eye to the production that he's shown over in Indianapolis. So right now, I got him honorable mention at 5. However, This dude right here probably not going to be on y'all list, and that's fine. I'll continue to educate. Just like the parents said, Pat Pete still a top 5 cornerback? I said, hell yeah. Fire's still hot, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? The hell? This dude right here at number 5, man, if he can stay on the field, you can't. There's no doubt. If he can stay on the field, there's absolutely no debate. However, as he continues to get older, injuries seem to be a little more common for this guy, and that's the reason why he's fallen so far on my list. But at 5,
I know you ain't
at
about
5,
to
at
you are right
5, I got G-Reg out of the U.
Oh my gosh,
If Greg Olsen is healthy, he a top
Stop
5
it.
corner. I mean, tight end.
Stop it, Spade.
Bro, that's who I got at 5. Bro.
If he healthy, I still don't. First of all, Cam Newton just got hurt. Cam
Cam ain't hurt, man. Cam just don't want to fool around with the preseason, man. Got a little walking boot.
Okay.
I put one of them on
right.
when his chicks around, too, so I can get sympathy points. I'll be like, oh, my leg. Ain't nothing wrong with Cam. He be all right. At 4, I want to go to Chicago, man. I want to talk about this kid, Burton, who I got to admit, I did not want to put this guy on the list because I know that the best friend of a young, and I don't necessarily mean young in age, but the best friend of a new, inexperienced quarterback is a tight end. We know that. You know how I feel about Mitchell Trubisky. So I kind of feel like...
How you feel about Mitchell Trubisky? Wait. How you feel about Trubisky?
Bro, this ain't the quarterback segment, bro. This ain't the quarterback segment.
Trubisky better not be in your top 5.
Stop it. But
Oh,
I don't know
say.
if Burton is like the bailout, like, okay, I don't know. But anyway, again, I can't turn a blind eye to his production. I don't want the Chicago Bears fans in my mention. I got him at number 4. As y'all know damn well, a healthy G-Reg all over this dude. But go ahead.
Okay, Spade. Okay, I mean...
Go ahead, bro.
Bro,
go ahead, bro.
A top 5 guy.
Bro, go ahead, bro.
At number 4, I gotta go to a guy that's just been he been one of the 2 bright spots of the team down there in Tennessee. You look at Tennessee, Derrick Henry had a slow start last year. Turned it on like the last 8 games. But this guy right here, another guy that, been kind of banged up, but I feel like when he's healthy, this guy has been the only one catching passes down there in Tennessee consistently. Let me say consistently, because somebody's going to be like, what's his name had 15? No, I don't care. He's been the only guy down there catching passes consistently.
What's his
And
name?
I'm talking about Delaney Walker, man.
Over
Delaney
G-Reg?
Walker still out there. Bro, yes. Delaney Walker is still out there doing his thing, doing his thug thizzle. Shout out to Delaney Walker. He is my number 4 tight end on this list. I got number 3.
Wait, I got bad news for you on your number 4. Delaney Walker was looking pretty good because Mariota's checked down Charlie. But he about to lose his job to Ryan Cannon Arm Tannehill, and he like to throw that shit downfield. So Delaney numbers about to drop.
You still rocking with Tannehill after y'all cut him?
Hey, I mean, he been looking better than the old boy.
Y'all still need a quarterback.
No, we don't. We got Josh Strong Arm Rosen. Don't worry about us. Go ahead with your list.
And you want to know what's...
Bro, go ahead with your wrong list, bro.
Josh Strong Arm Rosen. And the same thing going to happen to Josh Rosen that happened to him this prior year. They're going to draft the quarterback number 1, and they're going to trade his ass. He out of there.
Bro.
He out of there.
Are y'all giving Dakota his $60 million? So that's what you worried
He's
about.
not getting 60... Hey, Spade, first of all, I told you prior to the show. See, we be having good-ass conversations before the show. Sometimes for a show, we just need to hit record and just rock out. But before the show, I told Spade, I said, yo, they offer Zeke, this wasn't a topic on the show, they offer Zeke the second most money at running back. I told you that, right, Spade? He will be second behind Todd Gurley. I said what I would do is I will offer Zeke maybe I will offer Zeke $45, $50 million, but out for like 3 years, and I will guarantee all the money. I think Zeke can take it because all the money is guaranteed. What I would do with Dak, I will offer Dak 3-4 years at 20 per, and I would guarantee the whole thing. So it would be 3-4 years for 60 or 3-4 years for 80, and I would guarantee the whole contract. I think both of those dudes are signed.
80?
I think both of those dudes are signed, bro.
Bro, go ahead with your wrong list.
Okay,
bro.
At number 3, though.
Nobody want to hear you play Jerry Jones.
At number 3.
That ain't what they here for. Go.
At number 3, I have My homie from San Francisco, Kittle. Spade disrespected Kittle and don't know that the homie Kittle been getting it done. Had like 40 something, 50 catches as a rookie, and then came back and went wheels with, and we knew Jimmy Garoppolo went down, and Kittle was still the dude out there in San Francisco. So for that reason, my homie, I think his name George Kittle, the number 3 best tight end in his league.
I got Kittle at 3-2. I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried everything in my power to find somebody else to put in this spot because I just don't believe, dude. Sorry.
What?
But I don't.
What?
I said what I said.
He's a monster, bro.
I said what I said. But when I looked at dude numbers over the last couple of seasons, it was so hard to just ignore what he's done. And, you know, I reluctantly threw him in the 3rd slot. There you go. You got him. But at number 2, this dude right here is a familiar name on this list, fam. I think he's been on this joint for the last 3 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. Talking about Zach Ertz. Ertz gets it done. He don't really give a damn who under center. He get a chance to see a couple of different guys. You know what I'm saying? His production never seems to waver. It never tapers off. At number 2, going into the season, Zach Ertz.
I mean, I agree with you. Ertz, number 2. He's been like top 3 for the past couple of years, whether you had it Kelsey, Ertz, Gronk, or however you had it the last couple of years. We know Gronk has retired, and I feel like Ertz gets that number 2 spot. And that number 1, I don't think is any. Spade, me and you had this guy number 1 when people was arguing with us. It was still Gronk. We was like, wait a minute. This guy's, he's the best tight end in the league. And we talking about Travis, Swaggy, Kelsey. Like, look, listen. Kelsey is definitely the swaggiest tight end, but not only is he the swaggiest tight end, the dude gets it done on the field. Travis Kelsey, the number 1 tight end in this league, bruh.
Yeah, same. I ain't even gonna make it a long-winded answer. Kelsey been that man.
Right.
Like, matter of fact, to me, he's had this spot for 2, maybe 3 seasons.
Right.
Top tight end in the league, easy. LePage, do you want to start the defensive end one or the defensive tackle one, whichever one?
I say we go. I feel like people waiting for defensive ends. I say we go defensive tackles.
Okay.
I say we go defensive tackles first. But I start at 5. Honorable mention at 5. Honorable mention. I got honorable mention for my defensive tackles. I got Chris Jones, Kansas City defensive tackle. He another guy play defensive end, defensive tackle, play all over the. So wherever you got him, it is what it is. He didn't make my top 5 list, but I mean, you just cannot ignore 15 sacks from an interior lineman. I mean, that's just phenomenal. He had a sack in damn near every game of the season. So he's a great player. I feel like he's right on the cuffs. Is that a word? Cuffs of becoming a top 5 guy, whether you got him at defensive end or defensive tackle. But I feel like I need to see one more year, and that could be this year. But if he get anywhere close to this production he had last year, he's going to be a top 5 guy on my list next year. At number 5, I'm going to your neck of the woods, Spade. I'm taking it down to Atlanta, and I'm talking about Grady Jarrett. Another guy just got a big contract and is well deserved. Been a model of consistency down there. We already know that the defensive tackle with Grady, the linebacker, and Deion Jones, and the safety. I mean, Atlanta, they got a good core up the middle. And Grady is definitely
young too.
Yeah, definitely in the trenches out there getting it done. So Grady Jarrett is my number 5 guy.
Number 5, huh? All right, cool. You know what's weird? When I was doing my research, man, that Chris Jones dude popped out for me too. For some odd reason, what I was looking at had him listed as an end, so I got him on my honorable mention list as an end. End tackle. You know what? No matter. Put him. He's honorable mention at both positions for me.
Okay.
I want to reiterate how stupid I think it is that you can check multiple sources and see these same guys listed as interior on one source, exterior lineman on the other source. They just, it's really dumb. All right, it's just dumb. So I'll go with my number 5, man. When you get to talking about interior linemen, it's just more than one way to play that position, and it's tough to evaluate. You got some guys who their job is to take on that center and that guard, and say, I'm going to give both of these guys hell so that somebody else can shoot the gap and make the play. And it's hard to evaluate these guys from a statistical standpoint because they don't always make the sexy play. But I can assure you, it's guys on their team that loves them. That being said, at 5, man, I'm going big Snacks, man. I got Snacks out there at 5. Again, if you want to look at his stats, you're going to find more productive guys out there. But to me, what he does and what he's been doing for a while in this league, you can't sweep it under the rug. I go there at 5. At 4, I'm a little bit higher on this guy than LaParis is. I go Grady Jarrett, man. You know, a lot of folks don't know this, man. Dude got a connection to Jesse Tuggle, and his motor is so evident. When you watch that team play and you see the pressures, pressures is something that don't really show up on the stat sheet either. But he do a lot for that team, man. I got Grady Jarrett at 4.
I'm good with that. I mean, listen, at 4, I got big Snacks. Like you said, listen, it depends on what you want from your defense, your defensive tackles, because you got some guys that just take on the double team, like my homie up with the Ravens, Pierce. His job, you look at his stats, you be like, yo, he only had this. He gets double every play, so them damn linebackers can roll. You look at Snacks, he might not get double-digit sacks, but you want to know what? He's a force in the run game. So it depends on what you want. And I got Snacks at number 4. I mean, you cannot knock a guy that's just dominant against the run. Like, you're not running his way. You're not running there. So take that shit the other way. Take that shit to the outside. Because if you run here, I'm making the tackle, and you not. It's going to be a bad day. It's going to be a bad day. So Snacks Harrison is number 4 on my list. At number 3, I got a guy that's just been a model of consistency. And it's crazy because his team's been pretty bad. But he's been the lone bright spot on defense for the team. And I'm talking about Geno Atkins, man. Geno's still out there putting in work. I said, yo, I think Geno been in the league like 9-10 years and still out there putting up crazy numbers from the defensive tackle position. And for that reason, Geno is number 3 on my list.
I like it. I respect it. Where am I? 3. Number 3 on my list is another one of those guys who, if you look at his numbers, you go, yeah, these numbers are cool, but I've seen better. But it's another guy on his team that's going to make my defensive end list, and he is going to make my list because of this guy, and I'm talking about Linval Joseph. I know it's some bigger, sexier names out there, but it is not a coinky-dink that it's a guy right beside him on the line in Minnesota that is going crazy. It's not a coinky-dink. I got Linval Joseph right there at 3.
I ain't mad at
and
that.
Boy, it's going to get interesting here, man. When I go to number 2, it's going to get interesting. At number 2, man, this guy right here, he's been a staple on this list for seasons. He probably got a few more that he's going to be here, and I'm talking about Fletcher Cox. Flet is one of those dudes who, if you watch the game, he's disruptive. He just makes plays. He's always around the ball, which is crazy for an interior guy, man. I got Fletcher Cox at 2.
Okay. Wow. Spade, you digging in the crates. You digging in the crates.
That's what I do, man. This is why my lists are always greater.
I didn't even know you knew who Linval Joseph was, let alone
a
top guy. But Spade at what I'm on 2. At number 2, I have a guy that's, you know what, just been getting better. I mean, when you look, especially, it's hard to get better in them trenches because it's always bigger, fast. Dudes always getting stronger, faster. So it's hard to get better. But this guy just been getting better. And I'm talking about a guy up in Green Bay, and I'm talking about Kenny Clark. Listen. Wow. I know me and Kid go back and forth, but I gotta give a guy credit when credit's due.
You're just trying to make Kid be your friend, bro.
Absolutely not.
You ain't got that guy his heart.
Dude been getting it. He been getting it done. I'm talking about Kenny Clark. Just been getting better every single year and has become a force in the middle. At number 1, it shouldn't be another number 1. I can't wait to see who Spade got at number 1. But I got Fletcher Cox there. Fletcher Cox, when you look at that Philly defense, they got players all over the field. Fletcher Cox just been getting it done for years. Just been doing his thing. And for that reason, he's my number 1 defensive tackle on this list. I can't wait to hear who Spade got at number 1. Is it Geno?
Nah.
Geno didn't make your list?
My list this year, man. Nah, he didn't. At number 1, I'm going to tell you something. When I look at this team on paper, I don't see a lot of stars.
Wait.
I was looking to see if there's anybody else from the defensive line that's responsible for the production that this guy is putting up. I don't see anybody else responsible. So I said, if nobody else is responsible, maybe this guy is what his stats say he is, and I never thought I'd be doing so. We got to go to San Francisco. What? We got to talk about DeForest Buckner, bro. Bro, this guy, I'm going to tell you something else. I'm going to tell you what I like about this dude. And I know you ain't going to like this right here. I'm going to tell you what I like about this dude. He's at the top in tackles, and he's at the top in sacks. So you know what that tells me? He puts pressure on the quarterback, and he's a beast in the run game, too. You usually got a guy who does one or the other. When you see a guy this high in both of those categories, that means he see ball, get ball. From the interior lineman spot, that's crazy impressive. You know what I'm saying? Hey, DeForest, don't make me regret this pick, bro, because I got you ahead of some real deal folks out here. I'm calling it, I think this year right here, I think at the end of this season, you start seeing a few more people talking about DeForest Buckner. That's what I'm calling. This is his year,
if
bro.
I'm not mistaken, he's a 4.5, 4.6 guy, so he's getting a lot of his tackles chasing folks down because they getting worked.
That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy, right?
He getting a lot of his tackles chasing folks down from the backside because Dale San Fran over there getting worked. But hey, Slade, I like it. I didn't even know you knew who DeForest Buckner was. Like, you are in the...
Bro, stop trying me, bro. Bro, stop trying me before we fight on the show,
Shout
bro.
out to you for
word to my mother, Hey, word to my mother, son. Don't try
Lord
me,
knows
son.
you don't like the trenches.
Dead
you
ass,
don't
B.
like being in the... Boy, I've been trying to get him
dead
to
ass, B. Don't try me, son.
I've been trying to do the old lineman for years. We ain't never do old lineman yet. I'm shocked he know these players. Let's take it to the defensive end.
Bro, let's go, dog. You on my nerves right now.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Go first.
Oh, all right, cool. I told you guys that Linval Joseph made my list because he had somebody on his line that was going crazy, and I think Linval is the reason for it, and that guy's name is Danielle Hunter. He is another guy, and it's a little bit easier to do if you're an edge rusher, but he's another guy super high in tackles, super high in sacks, and I just think when Linval's saying you, come talk to me, that allows Danielle Hunter to get a lot of one-on-ones, and he's freakishly athletic. He gets it done. I got him at number 5.
Okay.
You all right with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that. I mean, you ain't have an honorable mention?
Right,
Oh, you said Chris Jones was your honorable mention. That's right.
Yeah, I had, yeah.
All right, so my honorable mention, Spade, I got 2 guys again. And I know you're like, listen.
Damn.
Yeah, Spade, yo, it's so much young talent in this league. I feel like I gotta give them their just due, give them their respect. They're not quite top 5 guys yet, in my opinion, but they're definitely on their way. Spade, at my honorable mention, I gotta take it down to Jacksonville. And Spade, I know you think it's Calais Campbell, but it's not. It's a dude named Yannick.
No, because he ain't.
Yannick Ngakoue. Y'all know I jack names up, but I think I got that dude name right. Yannick Ngakoue. That dude is a flat-out beast off the edge. I need to see it consistently. I need to see another year. I need to make sure last year wasn't a fluke. But that kid, if he can do it consistently, is going to be a terror. And another honorable mention.
Are you sure they ain't just running from Calais Campbell?
Nah, Spade. I don't think you get to the quarterback like that and don't be a beast. I'm hoping this kid can just consistently do it. That's what I'm hoping for. And I got another guy up here, Spade, that me and you was looking like, you know what, this dude is a workout warrior. I mean, he meets all the measurables. You know, I gotta get real corporate on him, get real get my football science on. He meets all the measurables, but Spade. Whatever that means. This guy right here showed up last year. And I'm talking about Myles Garrett. Like, he is on his way. I expect a big year. Yeah. I expect a big year from him this year. I think he's going to have a great year. Probably, a Pro Bowl, All-Pro type of player. But not top 5 just yet. Maybe 6-ish, 7-ish. At number 5, though, I'm taking it to Dallas, Spade. I know you disrespected my dog. But over the past couple of years, he just been consistent. He was suspended, came back, still had double-digit sacks, played great last year. And I'm talking about Demarcus Lawrence. If Demarcus Lawrence ain't on your list, babe, throw the whole list away. I got him as the 5th best defensive end in this league.
Okay.
D-Law better be on your list, babe.
I got news for you. Let's keep it going. Let's go to number 4, man. And I'm gonna do what LaParis meant to do. While he talking about Mahusafat on one end, let's go to the other end. Let's talk about Calais Campbell.
Okay.
How can you not talk about Calais Campbell? 72 combined tackles, 10.5 sacks. This dude right here makes plays, man. Look, when he was doing this thing in Arizona, you know what they tried to convince me? Arizona just got a good-ass defensive line. He said, man, put me anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Put me anywhere. And we know the Jags technically was down last year defensively as a team. But you know who wasn't down? Calais Campbell. I got Calais number 4 on my defensive end list, and I expect him to continue that same thing.
Maybe he ate because they was on Yannick Ngakoue. They was doubling him.
Nah, they wasn't on Mahusafat, fam. They wasn't. Now, at number 3, man, this dude right here, technically is coming off a season where his production was down a little bit, but he still was a grown-ass man, and he deserves to be respected as such. Let's go to New Orleans. I'm talking about Cam Jordan, who's another guy who get
Demarcus Lawrence on his list.
You thought I was joking?
Wow.
I don't joke. I don't joke. I take this serious. Cam Jordan, number 3. Go ahead.
Wow. So I'm on number 4. At number 4, I got a guy that Spade don't have on his list either. Wow, Spade. And I'm talking about Joey Bosa is on deck for a big bounce back year. Joey Bosa about to eat. Like, Joey Bosa is about to go insane. Like,
that's fact.
He's about to go insane. So I got Joey Bosa as the number 4 dude on my list. At number 3, I got Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan you want to talk about a guy that, Spade, let me tell you, when I be making these lists, when I make these lists, I look and be like, can I take these guys? Because, usually they be like, these guys is in the system, they in the scheme, that's why they successful. Can I take these guys, throw them on any team in the league, and can they be successful? Look, the way these guys get after the quarterback, make tackles, these guys, like you said, see ball, go get ball. They get after that ass. Like, that's what they do. That's what they do. And I feel like Cam Jordan is one of those guys. You can put Cam Jordan anywhere. Man, I remember them years, but not so much now. I remember those years when the Saints had a terrible defense. The only person you were scared of on that defense was Cam Jordan. And he's still out here getting it done. That's why he's number 3 on my list. Wow, Spade, your list. Wow.
Fam. So Calais Campbell ain't make your list, fam?
Who?
All right.
Who ain't make my list?
All right. Cause I feel like we done got off on our numbers. Cause I shouldn't get to my number 1 before you, should I? Or should I? I don't know. It don't matter. Let me give you my number 2. Hey, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. The Joey Bosa pick, I agree. He's a man amongst boys.
He about to go bananas.
He about to go crazy. Joey Bosa, man, he might be like great value version of this dude right here, man. And at 2, I got Watt. The crazy thing about Watt is he's older. He's had a few injuries, and you expect him to be like, his performance to diminish. Yeah. And if it has, he's still one of the best. Like, he could diminish and still be one of the best. I got Watt at 2. And understand, man, there's so many people out there that could have been on this list. But, what I did was I gave you the best. I gave you the 5 best. And at number 1, this guy made a name for himself playing interior lineman at like 5'10", where they say you need to be taller than 5'10", and he got it done there. They moved him to the outside this year. I haven't seen him play one game at outside, and I still got him number 1. He is probably he's the most disruptive force on the defensive side of the ball in pro football. I'm talking about Aaron Donald. I don't have to see him play to know what he's going to do. I got him at number 1.
Spade. I mean, 2 and 1 is the same. I got JJ Watt at number 2. Like you said, just a guy that, getting older, has some injuries, and still up there, like number 1 in sacks, still up there putting in work. So, JJ Watt number 2. And listen, I don't care where you got Aaron Donald. You can put him at middle back. I don't care where you got Aaron Donald. Defensive end, defensive tackle, He the best damn defensive player in this league. Aaron Donald is number one on my list. It's Spade. I hate to pat myself on the back, but Spade, back in Pittsburgh, I was telling Spade, hey, I know you don't like the trenches, but you need to look at this dude, Aaron Donald. This kid is an animal, and I mean, 2-time defensive MVP. Like, this dude is just a beast. Like, so Aaron Donald is definitely the best defensive player in this league. And I mean, Spade has some questionable guys up there. Like, I don't know how you don't got D-Law and Bosa up there. They ain't been doing nothing but getting it done. They ain't been doing nothing but getting it done.
Hey, Bosa, you could make a strong argument for Bosa. I don't understand how you don't have Calais Campbell up there.
I mean, there can only be
Instead-
5.
Instead, you
It
went
can
from
only be
Mahomes
5.
to
Hey, but listen, leave your top 5. I know we ask y'all a lot, but I mean, y'all ain't got nothing to do. Leave your top 5 tight ends, your top 5
gonna tell them they ain't got nothing to do.
defensive ends, and bro,
That's rude.
they here watching Strong Arm Sports. They locked in. They here for top 5s. I know they here for top 5s. So leave your top 5.
That's true.
Tight ends, defensive ends, and defensive tackles. Wherever you got Aaron Donald, Watt, and these guys, whether it be defensive tackle, defensive end, don't matter to us because they play all over the line. But leave them in the comment section down below. Spade, before I close the show, you got anything else to add?
Hey man, I just want to let people know that if you happen to be one of the guys that listen to the podcast that came from my gaming channel, I am officially back uploading gameplays. I have a Madden 20 series on my gaming channel. If you want to see me tour around the league and play with various NFL teams online, go check that out.
Yo, I'm happy, bro. You've been out there kicking ass and taking names.
Man, bro, no spoilers. They might think I'm losing. Let them go see if I'm winning or losing. Sheesh. Sorry, y'all.
I mean, you've been out there
No
doing
better.
it. I mean, I'm proud. I'm proud of you. Cause we know how you are with Matt. We know how you are. But listen,
What that mean?
that mean you get very frustrated. 2 picks, you get frustrated.
Oh, that's fact.
It's better to get out there and throw 4 picks and be like, I still got a chance.
All right, bro, go ahead and wrap the show, bro. You getting out of pocket.
Listen, man, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Strong Arm Sports. Y'all already know, if you new here, bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular here, hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds. There's also a little bell up there. You can click the bell. It says notifications to your mobile device to let you know that a new episode has been uploaded to our YouTube channel. If you don't want to see 2 dudes arguing in a box, it's okay. We got audio podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, УPodOmatic, iTunes, Spotify. We are everywhere. There's no reason why you guys should ever miss a show. We want to thank you guys for your continued support. We'll see you guys next episode. We out. Peace.